Hi, I'm Kyle. I'm a service technician at Leading Edge Equipment. And today we're going to go over a couple general checkovers of your tractor before it hits the field. In here we have your belts. You usually like to check them every day before you get in the tractor, just to make sure that none of them are frayed, there's no cracks, anything out of the blue or anything that looks bad. We have a tool right here. It is a belt checker tool. This big side is for the fan drive belt. The fan drive belt is probably one of the most common belts that goes out on these tractors. If it fits inside of this big notch, the fan drive belt is bad. You gotta replace it. If it is close to going inside of it, I would replace it too, just so you're on top of it and you don't break down in the middle of the field. You usually like to check the fan drive and fan driven along with it. On this tractor, it is an older version. It has a fan drive and a fan driven. This one is a different style than the newer tractors, so there's a different way to check these ones. But usually a general way to check these older ones is you put a pry bar in between the two pulleys and you see if it wiggles. If it wiggles, usually that means we replace it. While you're there, you can look at the front of the pulley on the crankshaft, and usually there's a lot of leakage in there from that coupler that sits there and spins when the pulley's spinning. If it's leaking, that means that there's a seal in there that needs to be replaced. If you can see the oil leaks on this one, that is what you should be looking for. If it has oil leaks like that, it's usually that front coupler on the very front. There's an updated part that you can put into it that helps with that, but we usually replace them. While you're up here, you can also take time to look at the side of your engine and the top of your engine, both sides, to look for any exhaust leaks, oil leaks, coolant leaks, fuel leaks, anything that is leaking. The next general checkover we usually like to do is in between the engine and transmission, there is a coupler that is bolted to the flywheel. If you can fit your fingertip in between the rubber and the metal of that coupler, we usually like to replace it. You probably should too, just so you're not having any downtime in the field. While you're there, you can also check the drive shaft that is attached to it. There's a U-joint on the back of it that is connected to the yoke of the transmission. If you can shake that drive shaft, the U-joint is bad. You should replace that before it goes out when you're using it. Right below that drive shaft is also another drive shaft. You should be checking that one too, which you'll have to crawl under the tractor to get to. There's two U-joints on both sides. If you can move either of them, it is a bad U-joint and you should replace them. The next checkpoint after the engine coupler is the hinge area. There is a lot of things to look for in this hinge area. It's different per tractor. Most of the time, there's one drive shaft. If you have a PTO, there's usually a second one above that. You should be checking those to see if the U-joints are bad. There's also many other spots on this tractor that it can leak from in this area. There's O-rings and other things like that that you should be checking to make sure that there's nothing leaking. You should be greasing your tractors. It reduces downtime. It makes your parts last longer, and it just is generally good for the machine. There is a lot of grease points in this area. You should be checking your owner's manual to be looking for where they are exactly per your machine. The next general checkover you should be doing on your tractors is you should be checking your fluid levels. Your fluid levels should be checked every day before you operate the tractor. You should be checking your coolant level, your engine oil level, your hydraulic level, and if your tractor has DEF, you should be making sure you fill up with DEF. John Deere fluids are specially formulated for John Deere equipment. They are meant to handle extreme conditions, and they help with the longevity of your tractor. The last general checkover you should be doing on your tractors is you should always check your tire pressures. If you are not sure what tire pressures you should be running with your tractor or your weight configuration, contact the sales team at Leading Edge Equipment. Once you have done all these general checkovers, you should be ready to hit the field. If you have any other questions, contact us at Leading Edge Equipment.